All right, so we only have 2 weeks left here. 2 weeks today actually is our last day here. So we've got some exploring to do before we leave the area. We're gonna go take a little adventure down into New Mexico. I started researching and found some really cool looking spots down there by, well, I started researching Taos. And then I got distracted further down by Los Alamos and a little further west of there. We're gonna pack up the van and get ready to head out on a little adventure. So a few weeks ago for the eclipse, we really wanted to go up to Wyoming to see the eclipse so that we could be in Totality because we're pretty far from where Totality was right now. So we decided to try out camping in the van because it's got a pretty big bed in it when the seat folds down. So we loaded up and we actually ended up spending 2 nights in the van. Anyways, we're gonna get loaded up and head out.
All right, we're all ready for our trip.
So we are loaded up and getting ready to head out. Hopefully it'll be a really pretty drive. I'm really excited. These things look awesome. We're headed to Tent Rocks down in New Mexico. I think it's just a natural area, but it looks really cool. And Bandelier National Monument, which looks like it's old ruins, like cave dwelling type ruins that you can actually climb up into. And there's also a national park campground there that we might be checking out. Anyways, so we are heading out. Where are we headed, guys?
To the Tent Rock.
To the Tent Rocks and Bandelier National Monument.
And Bandelier the Marshmallow.
That was awesome. Try it again. Bandelier National Monument.
Bandelier
National
Monument.
That was much better. To the town of Cuesta, New Mexico. It's got some really fantastic views here, some orange mountains. Pretty big town too. This is our first time in New Mexico, so this is all new to us. We are pulling into Bandelier National Monument. We're gonna check out the campground and find a place to stay the night.
Welcome to the back of the van. So the cool thing about this van, it's kind of like our vacation home. All we got to do is park it somewhere and do this. So we made it to the Bandelier National Monument in New Mexico. So far this place is pretty neat. Looks fairly new. All the amenities here, they've got food boxes to keep the bears out. We found a nice level spot here. It's first come, first serve. There's no hookups. So we're boondocking in the van. It's $12 a night. You like the van?
Yes.
You like boondocking in the van?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah. I like boondocking in the van.
You gonna get up, Sadie? No? Just wanna go have fun today?
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Alright, we made it through the night. It was actually really hot in the van last night, and then about 5 a.m. Sadie fell off of the bed, and everybody else managed to get back to sleep, but I've been awake. So we've got some water boiling to make some oatmeal for breakfast. It's freezing cold out here this morning though, even though it was hot in the van, so nice stylish coat here. We're gonna have some breakfast and get packed up and head down to the monument. We have got the campground all packed up, except for a bag of trash. Everybody's fed. The fire is dying. Poor fire. We have gone from fancy hotel van to van again. So everything's back as it should be. Should get on the road, car seats, kids' tables all loaded and ready to go. Everything is where it belongs.
I was staying on the wall.
It's not open. Opens at 9. Okay, I guess we'll go hike first. I'm not really sure if you can see, but that's one of the dwellings up there. Activities and also education and decision making. Unlike our secular world, there was no separation of church and state in ancestral Pueblo culture. Religious belief was a thread woven throughout their daily lives. Essential passing of knowledge and faith from parent to child occurred within the stone walls of a kiva. Today, the use of kiva varies from pueblo to pueblo. Apparently, these structures were 1 to 2 stories high, had up to 400 rooms, and housed around 100 people.
You're saying this was a giant apartment complex?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, an ancient apartment complex.
It goes on for a while though, and look at these awesome rocks up here. Here's a view above the Kawini. I think I'm saying that right.
This is 1400? 2017.
By the way, we are not at all sure that we're pronouncing the name of this place right. We're not sure if it's Bandelier or Bandelier or something else entirely. So we're just gonna say Bandelier. Now that the sun isn't glaring, you can kind of see these cliffs a little bit better.
Look how high!
Coming to the first cave. Please be careful.
Whoa!
What's it like?
Like cool.
It's like cool.
Something a little bit tiny. How do you get out?
The same way you got in.
Going down, doofus.
The scenery here is very cool. So apparently this house here,
The building.
okay, apparently this house here was reconstructed in the 1920s to display what life here would have been like. Quite the small room. There's a vent on the ceiling. Another cave there.
It looks like there used to be steps here going up that may have washed away over the past couple hundred years.
Even without all of the cave dwellings and buildings, this place is amazing. These rocks are beautiful. It's like a maze in some parts. All sorts of little cubbies and ladders.
Daddy, you don't go up here. Hi, Mommy.
Don't you fall out of there.
It's got windows.
Yeah. There's all sorts of space inside this. Little cubby holes dug in. Check out that view. That is really cool. I'm getting there. Okay, you can keep going now.
Everybody come in here.
Coming.
What does the roof feel like?
Rock. But they used to blacken it with fire because it makes the rock stronger. Okay, so here in the booklet it says that they have to replaster and re-smoke this room regularly because of graffiti. Really? Is that necessary? Like, you really felt the need to come in here and graffiti it? Like, whoever does that needs a life lesson in respect. You don't need to leave your graffiti behind. You just don't.
Longhouse, 400 feet.
Is this why it's called Longhouse? It's really long.
This is pretty crazy here.
So normally we are really horrible at getting up and going early in the day, but I'm pretty excited that right now it is 10:05 and we've already completed a hike today. That's a sign of a good day.
Watch out, I think
Hopefully that means that we won't be home at like midnight tonight, because we are still we're gonna go to the visitor center here and check it out and hopefully get a sticker.
And we're going to Tent Rock.
Yep, we're gonna go check out Tent Rock's natural area, I think it's called, and get a hike in there, and then we have about 4.5 or 5 hours back to Aspen Acres in Rye, where our home is right now. So we have a long day ahead of us, but I'm excited that we got an early start. This is what it used to look like, right?
Wow. A rattlesnake, a squirrel, a bird, a sea bug, and a lizard, and a butterfly.
So we are headed out, and we're gonna head over to Tent Rock's natural area and check that out. Was that our tire?
All right, let's go down.